So, most of the times we are a little bit afraid and we are scared about some mistakes that we can make while we go live, while we record our videos. Once we are exposed in front of a camera or in front of a microphone or in front of both. So if you are afraid, you are in the right place because I'm going to share with you some insights about how you should not be afraid of mistakes and somehow embrace them. Stay there because I'll be back. Hello, 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 hello. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Substack, and TikTok as well. Hope you're having an amazing week so far. Hope you're having an amazing day. If you are on vacations, enjoy because as you can see, I'm working. If you are working, enjoy as well because hopefully soon we will be in vacations as well and we will be enjoying the weather, the beach, whatever. So, welcome to another episode of the Special Marketing Live Show. If you are watching this on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you will get in the video description some links about tools and gear that I use to create my content. Most of them they are affiliate. You won't be paying more because of that, but I will get a small commission if you buy from there, and probably you can get some nice conditions or discounts and deals from that. So thank you so much for being there. If you have any question, feel free to ask. If you are also feel free to follow, to subscribe, to hit the like button, whatever. I would be really appreciated if you do so. And don't forget to make some questions, doubts, anxieties, wherever. Don't be shy because I'm here to help you, hopefully. So, this is one of the topics that people are afraid, scared when we talk about content creation, mainly about video, live video, because it's risky. Let's face the truth. Video and live video, it's the riskiest way of creating content because we are here in front of the camera. We never know who's there, and we could make some mistake. Also, there's some technical things and a huge amount of technical things that could be happening as well. So yes, we could be scared. Yes, some issues they could come ahead, but the thing is, we shouldn't be, how can I say, that much afraid if that they happen, because that's how life works. That's not because of the fact that we may fall that we won't go ride a bicycle or we stand when we are child to give our first steps and then start walking, running. So the risk, it's part of the game. So the first thing I want to acknowledge is the fact that mistakes, once you are or when you are creating content, they are part of the game and they are not, how can I say, harmful. Okay, they could be annoying. Yes, they could be annoying. They could be kind of, at some point they could be embarrassing. Yes, they could be, but they are not that problematic. They won't put you in danger situations. I believe you won't break a leg, you won't be hurt on a high or something. So don't be that scared because no problem at all. Because let me share this. Once I made this a lot of times. uh, I, I believe that it's not the case right now. But for instance, I made lots of live shows where I started without sound. I didn't pick the right microphone on StreamYard or so. And then I was doing what I like to call a Charlie Chaplin thing because nobody was able to listen to me. No problem at all. For instance, another time, um, the image froze and I had in the big scene there was my guest, and I was the picture in picture. The image froze me like that, and you just could hear me in the background laughing because it was a really crazy situation. So don't be afraid of mistakes, because they will happen. They will be part of the game. They will be part of your growth. Okay, there's no way you can learn without making mistakes. There's no way you can improve without making mistakes. There's no way you can get better without any mistakes. That's the price you have to pay. Another thing is you should allow yourself to do mistakes. Otherwise, you won't be doing anything. You won't be doing nothing, because once we start doing something, we will be in a situation that probably we will be making mistakes. For instance, I'm doing this in English. My native language, it's Portuguese. If I wouldn't be doing this in English, I wouldn't be uh, getting the chance of improving my English. And believe me, I improved a lot. It was worse in the past. So this is something that we should uh, think, we have should have in mind. We should be aware of. There's no way we can improve. There's no way we can progress without being in front of situations, being in situations that we could make mistakes. Okay, so there's no that thing about being perfect all the time. I believe that if you read some biographies from amazing people which were leaders in their field, or amazing people in their field, I'm sure that they will have their journey filled up to the top, or almost, with mistakes, with um, not so good things. So why shouldn't we just allow ourselves to make mistakes as well? So that's one thing I will recommend to you. Another thing is, without mistakes we won't be learning. If everything goes, let me share this with you, because this is true, and this is this happened with me. I like to talk about this. um, when I started, I was doing things here mainly in Portugal. Okay, I was thinking mainly about the Portuguese public. I thought, okay, this is my country, my my people. But the thing is, nobody was listening to me. So I assumed maybe I have some adjustments to make here. Then I started creating content in Spanish, and also to make um, content to the Spanish community. And they were nice, they were kind with me. But the thing is, the business was not coming. So suddenly I started doing in English, which is far away from Portugal, where I live, which is a different thing. But the thing is, at some point it started working. I made things, and people, and the customers started arriving, projects, uh, invitations, all good things happening to me. So instead of sitting in the floor crying because nobody likes me and nobody cares about me, what I thought, okay, maybe I need to switch some things. Maybe I should do things in a different way. And the fact is, it worked. So there's no way we can improve if we don't try, if we don't make things, if we don't make mistakes. I made mistakes. I kept moving. I kept working. I kept learning, and things are going good, I believe. Don't forget, if you have any question, feel free to ask. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask as well. If you know someone that may like this content, please share with them, because I'm pretty sure they will love that we share with them these things. Okay, don't be afraid to share your content, to subscribe to the channel, to put a like. Um, I would be grateful if you do so. So let's keep about this. And another thing, and this is mainly for, if you, thank you so much, David. By the way, for those of you coming, feel free to share, where are you located, how's the weather, please talk with me. I would love to hear from you. So there's this thing, then I use, well, I'm still being a trainer. Okay, you're an European as I, and you are in the same time zone as I do. I'm in Portugal, as I think you can tell that I'm Portuguese. Welcome, David. So, and here it's well, I believe that you know that here in Portugal it's a really sunny country and the weather it's pretty hot, but we have to deal with it. That's how life is. But as I was saying, for instance, the weather some could be also a reason for us to stress, but we should face it with a smile. So there's this thing about, as I said, we could, and this could happen as well. The fact that we could stress, we could give up because we made some mistake, we should be regretting, oh, I made this mistake, I won't be doing this again, I'm so ashamed, whatever. For instance, there's this saying, there's this is kind of a joke, that someone was playing piano and he or she was not doing it pretty well, and somebody approached and said, "Why are you playing piano? If you do piano, you play piano so awfully." And the reply was, "Because I'm training. I will. There's no way I can improve um, if I won't practice." And this is something that you should think as well. Instead of stressing because you are not doing it so good as you think, maybe you should be grateful, you should be happy because you're moving. Maybe you should think that there's no way I can't improve without doing things and making mistakes. As I said, it's part of the game. So one thing, don't stress. For instance, and this, as I said before, uh, I had, I wouldn't say a couple of times because they were pretty often, at least in the past, that I had these issues. And another thing, and this is part of the game, sometimes issues, they are not your fault. You should not blame yourself because, for instance, if the internet goes bad, if the technical, and when we talk about content, when we talk about, for instance, live streaming, there's a lot of things, the lights, the computer, the sound, the camera, so many things that could go wrong, and sometimes they will. So you should not stress because there's this thing. Your audience also will like to stay with you if you have a relaxed mode, even when things go wrong. I believe in this. So if you join a live show, if you, well, mainly a live show, because this is where you can see things in real time. And if, for instance, if you go wrong in a recorded video, you can edit that slice of, but even though people could tell that if you are stressed or not. But the thing is, if you are live and for some reason something goes wrong, there's a troll, there's, you just are not in the mood, whatever, don't stress, because if people will arrive and see that you're stressed, they will be stressed as well. There's no the feeling, the mood won't be nice, so they will leave and probably they will not come back. If in the opposite side they could tell that there's something not going wrong, and for instance you're saying, I'm trying to solve this, or for instance, and I made this as well, sometimes there was a new feature, and I like to be that kind of crazy people that like to try new features. And the thing about new features is that sometimes they could go wrong. So you can share this in the video description or in the video title. You can say testing. And with that, it's kind of a disclosure that you are testing. So something may go wrong, something may go not so good. So people will be aware, hopefully, about it. Okay, so there's no way, there's no reason for you to stress, or you should not stress if things don't go that good as you expected. Okay, another thing that you should do while you're, and let's say this is a process, and process and progress go hand by hand. And you should not think that after, for instance, 5 live shows, you are already a pro. I have almost 10 years in front of a camera, and I'm still doing mistakes and not so good things. That okay, for instance, I'm having some problems centering myself in front of the camera. So that's the thing. You should also do your feedback thing. And there's another, how can I say, a not so good idea approach to feedbacks that it's usual, and I would recommend for you not to doing so. First thing, you should be your first source of feedback. Okay, if you don't look to your content, if you don't look to what you're doing good or not so good, you're missing something. Okay, because you are the first person who should feel comfortable with what you're doing. Okay, also you should be aware of how you're doing, what you're doing, where you can improve, what you're doing nicely. That's the thing. But then uh, I recommend that you should ask feedback to others. Of course, you should ask feedback to other people so they could give, how can I say, an outdoors, outside opinion, which could be more, how can I say, unbiased, because sometimes we could be or too strict or too forgiven to our things. So you should ask opinion to other people. But the thing is, most of the times we are asking feedback to people which are not, how can I say, helpful, or not. They could have biased opinions as well. Relatives, friends, they could fall in two different buckets of feedback which won't help you. One bucket is, oh, you are doing it so nice, you're amazing, you're awesome, blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, that kind of feedback won't help at all. Okay, so it's kind of a nonsense comment. Or they could go to the other bucket in the opposite side, which is, oh, you're awesome. So they could fall in these two sides. One, you're terrible, you suck, or the other one, you're amazing, you're all wonderful. And this won't help you at all. So my recommendation, when you ask about feedback, search for these two types of people. One, the people which already made your journey, like people like, how can I say, experienced content creators. They will understand your pains, your fears, uh, what you are doing, and where you can do mistakes. They could easily spot uh, improvement ideas and thoughts. And also, you should go to people which fit your target audience, because that people will understand if what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're showing, how you sound will resonate with them. So they could give you an helpful and nice feedback. So you should ask them about feedback. Your uh, customers are the same kind of person, and also your audience. Okay. Oh no, sorry. Those who already made your journey, okay, who are in the field and they know what, how you're feeling, your pains, they could help you in a best and suited way. And also your target audience, they could help you as well with feedback. As I said before, there could happen some issues that are not of your fault. For instance, the internet could be unstable, the computer could be unstable as well, the lights could go wrong, the microphone could go wrong, the platform, for instance, that I mentioned before, the platform was unstable because it was the early days of, so they were making some changes. For instance, when a platform makes changes, that when they are in the beta stage, they are unstable, so some things could go wrong. What you can do, you can smile. You can understand that there's no way you can first you can't uh, predict, and it's also difficult to fix it, okay, because it's on other people's hands to solve the problem. So just smile, and the smile could be a nice way for you to overcome these mistakes, and also for your audience to understand that you are nice, you're gentle, you're kind, and you're there for them. So, and finally, enjoy the journey. There's no way, as I said, and please keep this in mind, there's no way you can improve, there's no way you can succeed, there's no way you could become amazing by doing your things without mistakes, without learning, without falling and getting back on your feet. So that's the thing, that's part of the journey, part of your progress and the process, that you will be doing mistakes and sometimes, and don't be afraid of that as well. For instance, right now I'm trying something that I was not used to do. I'm using two platforms at the same time. I'm using StreamYard, and also I'm using TikTok Studio. So I'm managing two platforms at the same time. This is another plate to juggle. But the thing is, if you don't try new things, if you don't try different things, you'll be another one. There, it will be for you pretty hard to stand out if you're not trying new things. If you don't try something that nobody else tried, or in a different way, there's no way you can be different. There's no way you can stand out without doing so. So you have the easy path, you have the not so easy, but that's how you can make a difference. Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget, if you are my Portuguese speaker follower, subscriber, whatever, tomorrow it will be day to another episode of the content, the creator content. I will be talking about evergreen content, and that content which is more about the momentum. So tune in. Don't forget to follow, don't forget to hit the follow button, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget as well to share this with your friends, relatives. If there's someone close to your spot in the beach, share with them as well. Or in the bar, share at the restaurant, share with them. And thank you so much for staying there. I will be back soon. See you. Bye bye.